Hi everybody, in this video I'm going to talk a little bit about how to clean a bathroom and some tips so that you can keep your living space as clean as possible if you are maybe living in a dorm for the first time or wanting to learn skills to be more independent. So I'm going to show you first how to clean a mirror. And so the supplies that I typically use are something like Windex or glass cleaner. It looks like this, and usually for these you are able to just squirt it out like this, but sometimes if that's not really a method that works, if you may not have the dexterity or fine motor skills to use it, there are other options. There are similar containers. This is not specifically for a mirror, but just as an example, as another product, it's more pushing down. So that may also require more fine motor skills. So figuring out ways to best apply the cleaning material to the mirror or a surface will be a good consideration for you. And then I usually have paper towels, especially if I'm cleaning mirrors. That's how I wipe them off. And so let's take a look, and I will turn you so you can see more of what's happening. And so this is the mirror in front of me. So what I do is I will take the bottle and just spray. Sometimes I will spray different sections at once. That way it doesn't get too much of the liquid on the mirror at once, but you can do it however you see fit. So make sure to not put too much on, because then you don't want to waste the liquid, but also you want enough on there so that you can clean it. So I'm just going to spray this top part here, and then use my paper towel and just wipe it off in circular motions like this. And I will do this to all the parts of the mirror, and then especially the bottom near the sink where things may splash, and it just most likely needs to be more cleaned at the bottom. And so just kind of use circular motions as you can. And I like to try to wipe it off as good as I can. That way there's no streaks on the mirror. And so you can use, whichever arm you're comfortable with, or switching arms if it can be tiring. So that would be how I would clean the mirror. While you're cleaning the mirror, if you're having a difficult time figuring out how much of the spray to put on the mirror, then maybe it's just counting. So let's say this is a fairly large mirror, so maybe just counting 4 different sprays across the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And that way it is equally distributed and it feels like enough. So then you'll just clean that and know that that was a good amount to be able to clean the top half of the mirror. Then when you clean the bottom, you'll just spray 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you will clean this part, and that way you can know that you've had a good amount on without putting too little or too much on. When you're done cleaning the mirror, then it'll be time to clean the actual surface area of the sink. And so notice how I have cleared everything off here of the sink. And so you don't want anything in your way, that way you don't spray it. And it's just easier to work with, so you can actually clean the entirety of the surface area. And so I have a sponge with me, and this is what I usually use to clean the surfaces. And then I have some scrubbing bubbles, which is just a disinfectant for the bathroom. And so I'll get my sponge wet first. And typically you would spray the surface and wait for a few minutes before actually cleaning it off. That way it can start the process of cleaning. So in this case, I want to just spray the surface, and it's just a little bit. It's not an excessive amount, just a little bit on each part of the sink. So just quick motions to spray it, and it should be quick and easy. You're not wanting to put a lot on. So let's say after I've waited a minute or two, then I will actually wipe down the surfaces with the sponge. And so when you're cleaning, you're just wanting to get everything, make sure you're touching all the areas that need to be cleaned, and just not rushing, because you want your space to be clean and nice. So, and then sometimes rinsing the sponge when you need to, making sure you clean even the upper part of the sink here is good. And just all around, even within the bowl of the sink, you want to clean. Once you're done then with the surface, you can use a toothbrush, and this can help specifically to clean parts of the sink. And so let's take a closer look of what that would look like. So here I am at the sink, and I have a toothbrush that I only use for cleaning the bathroom. I'll turn the water on, and then I'm just going to scrub this part here, scrubbing on the outside, and getting on the inside. That way you can get it fully clean. You can also unscrew this sometimes and actually clean it. So once you have cleaned the entirety of the surface with the sponge, it's going to be wet and soapy. So now what do you do? So often what I will do, I will rinse out my sponge here, get all the soap out of it, and then wring it out so that there's no water in it. So it's a little bit more dry. And that way you can just go over the surface and kind of absorb a lot of that soap and water. That way it's not as soapy and covered. And yet it's still wet, so sometimes I will just then go over it with a paper towel and just dry the surface. And then you're done.